Okay then. So, last we left off, you guys had a fairly eventful week, just chilling around town, and then immediately got on your high horses and got the hell out of there as a dwarven entourage was apparently bearing down upon you. Spending the next 8 or so days traveling to the Nahir Desert in order to examine the Alabaster ruins.
I don't know, half an hour?
Only to find them to be currently inhabited by a clan of bugbears.
That I single-handedly beat to death with my bare hands.
Maybe a neck snap was had.
After getting your ass handed to you, but eventually succeeding, you managed to lay them to rest. And now you stand upon the apparent ruin of Alabaster. And last I believe, it was shaking.
Get it a sweater.
I'm sorry, what?
Right.
I may have activated it.
Well, the rest of you can now look down upon the alabaster, the slab, and the small black cat's eye gemstone that Yanit has been carrying around with him fits into one of the slots, specifically the top right-hand slot. And as soon as it does this, the slit along the gem opens up into a yellow sort of darkened cat's eye. And with it, the rune next to it begins to light up. The same one Yanit has found before.
Thunder. Thunder. Thundercats. Oh!
And that is when a small seam just sort of disintegrates around the rim. And that's where you're at.
Josh, I didn't know you were a lino.
Oh, hell no.
He keeps trying to eat Armax. I didn't see how you didn't see it coming.
That's, you know what? That's fair.
Panther, I'm not Lino, that weak little...
Do you have lino hair?
He's
should.
bald.
I'm bald, I have Panther hair.
That's fair.
He has a little red wig he puts on at night.
Josh, get the wig.
Oh, man.
Oh, good. Now it's in this game, too. Alright. So, what would you guys like to do?
Go
Can I
in.
throw a fireball?
Is go in an option?
Well, let's check for snakes first. I saw this movie. Let's check for snakes.
I mean, the slab is still there.
Yes, honey.
But there's like a seam opened up now, right?
Oh wow, that looks
There's
awesome.
a small little groove cut around the edges of it.
Go put it in your room. Put it up so the kitties don't need it.
So it's is it open or like is it just kind of cracking open? Like is it moving slowly?
You heard it sort of shift slightly, and you saw kind of dust fall around off the edge, but that's it.
But how? So it just kind of vibrated a bit.
I guess you could say it like that.
But there's a visible seam to it that I could go over and like lift.
Well, do you go and investigate it?
Yeah.
Alright. It
I'll
takes
stare
next
at
to
this
nothing.
thing too.
Looking
3
down
eyes
upon
are
it,
better than 2.
it looks like someone took like an iron bar and just sort of shaved a perfect line out of the outside of it. Like right where the sand would meet. It's just about right there.
Hey, Bird, put your fingers in there.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a 1/10 of an inch.
Hey, bird, put some feathers in there.
Okay.
I mean,
Too easy.
Oh, I was thinking I gotta reload my roll 20 for some reason.
well, I presume he's going to try and do this, and in doing so, he finds there's an end. Like
Yes.
it's an incredibly shallow groove. Like imagine
Boogian?
it's like a 22 caliber bullet just barely nicked the sides.
There's a 22 caliber what?
I'm describing the size of the groove. You could use it as a handhold if it was deeper, but it's not.
I'm a poke it with my wand.
I mean, all right, you poke at it and it's solid stone.
Well, I'm officially out of ideas.
Can I slide a dagger into it?
Yes, and it has the same effect as his wand and his feathers. You reach the end. Like, looking down at it, you can see where the groove ends. It's just a groove as opposed to, like, a slit or a cut.
Can I use the dagger to pry it?
Sure, make a strength check.
You are now one dagger less, but one hilt more.
I mean, you say that jokingly.
I am too prodigiously strong for my own good. God, I hate having to use a second character sheet every time.
Second character sheet.
It's the difference between the current character sheets and the one Sean uses.
I mean, you... Were you going to be subtle with this or efficient?
Yes. Oh God, what?
Alright, so he's just going to swing back and drive a dagger into, like, the little seam of it, and it goes in about as deep as anything else. And wrenching at it, he does, in fact, chip the tip of it off.
Tip of the what, dagger?
Yeah. Your dagger's about a quarter inch shorter.
Oh.
Did anything else change on the stone? In relation to this line?
Armax and Unit, both you make investigation checks. Alright. Armax, you can see what Unit already knew was happening. You can see that there's a small rune next to the indentation where his gem is.
Wash your hands off.
And it's hard to tell what it means. It's not any kind of arcane or natural language you've ever sort of comprehended. It's far too fluid, and it's almost like it's breathing, but it's not, if that makes any sense. It's odd. Unit, you notice that the little insignia beneath it has actually changed. The small indentation of what looked to be a dragon is now shimmering colors. Specifically, you can see red, black, green, blue, and white.
Creepy.
Much
It's
creepy.
subtle, but it's there.
So, am I supposed to taste the rainbow?
It's either that or bring in a dragon.
I pray to Tiamat.
The sky darkens. No.
Let's see.
I mean,
So so you've been researching this thing, right?
Well, I've been searching old ruins, and I happened to find this gem last time.
All right. And what was this gem doing?
Well, basically, where I inserted it here is where I found it there.
to fill in the blanks, you found it in a kind of training dig site outside of the eastern coast of Turin, outside of one of the Elven city-states. It was interesting because it was an old city that was basically been dug up, but in your specific research, you actually followed into a cave structure, which dug into the mountain, and you found the remnants of something. And one of it was a wall that was destroyed partially, but still had that insignia, that rune, and that gem.
Guys, I don't know what to do.
Batmaning is not exactly Chuck Manley's strong point.
We could offer it a sacrifice.
Guys, I'm not punching things. I'm out of my depth here.
I sacrificed the bird.
No. We could sacrifice the dead people.
I'm confused why a sacrifice is necessary at all.
I don't know. It just kind of looks like a sacrificial altar to me. I mean, did you try poking that that dragon thing?
You poke it.
Okay, I would like to poke the dragon thing.
Alright. You poke it.
All right.
And your hand explodes.
Is it like a stone?
Yeah, it's essentially like a raised section.
Can I try to pry it off?
Sure?
Like, can I get like a fingernail underneath it?
Not really. You'd have to essentially get like a pry bar in and try to do something with it.
Do I have a pry bar?
Check your packs. One of you probably has one.
I think Chuck has one.
Chuck, may I borrow your pry bar? I want to break this one-of-a-kind altar.
Yeah, Chuck hands him the pry bar. Actually, you know what? Chuck's gonna do it for him.
Let's see.
What
You need
what
an
are you doing,
explorer's
Birdman?
pack.
We're gonna try and pry out this rock because you left me alone to do things.
All right, Harvey. I'm gonna make a strength check for this? Athletics check?
And
Yeah.
I'd like to try and catch this thing if it flies out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you do not have a pry bar for this. Or a pry bar, crowbar, something.
I
I mean, you
This
now
would
have
be
it.
in like Thieves' Tools or Explorer's Pack.
Oh, that's why I checked the explorer's pack. Thieves' tools wouldn't have it either, since crowbar's a specific extra item.
anyone got a chisel?
I mean,
son of a hell.
you have a broken dagger. It's not
All
gonna
right,
be good for
let's-
anything
yeah,
else.
Give me your dagger.
I've got my grabby sticks.
Yeah, give me a dagger. Give me a dagger. Get a rock, and we'll hammer it into this fucker.
Yeah, I do that.
That's my favorite dagger.
Well, now it's gonna be your favorite chisel.
All right, what's getting rammed where, and by who?
Is there like there's like a tiny gap of space on this thing, right?
Yeah, about a blade's worth.
And that's where that dragon thingy is, right?
Yeah, the same one as the other two.
All right. So we're gonna put it between the dragon thing and the stone and try to pop it out like a sticker that's stuck on a wall.
Okay, who's doing it and using what?
You know what? For fun, let's just see Artemis try this.
Okay. Using.
And if not, we'll have Chuck try to pull the sword from the stone.
Chuck's
And
good at pulling things.
while they're doing this, I'm going over to Brandon. I'm going through his things. Didn't he have like another pendant as well?
He did. He has something that you vaguely seen him sort of protect.
Okay, so I tackle him and I wrestle it away from him.
God.
Yeah, player not being here, I'm imposing plot armor.
That got me.
But I want to wrestle.
You can't
You'd
wrestle someone
win.
who's not here, Josh.
I want a chisel.
All right, go ahead. It's just a strength check.
All right. Zach, you broke the one-of-a-kind artifact.
I didn't break anything.
Other Zach.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Sorry about that.
I'm sure I will break something at some point here.
I mean, it is a big stone circle.
I didn't even hit it. I hit to the left of it and just stopped.
You just shove the dagger into your open eye socket and you're like, oh god!
I just threw the dagger into the sky. Sorry, my hand was slippery.
I just ate
Well,
popcorn.
I mean, you wedge it in right to that space, and effortlessly, it pops right off.
Mine.
Then the color on the rune goes away, and that small seam you had before almost seems to crumble away back to a solid surface. In the dust is now a black gemstone. You pried the wrong thing off.
What?
Can I rifle through your pockets for shit? God damn it, Josh.
Yeah. You pulled the gemstone off. You knit's
All right.
gemstone. It's like it's just wedged in there so much. It's just like ping.
Josh is trying to give me an aneurysm.
All right, so I'm going to put the gemstone back in. What is this gemstone he's rifling for?
None of you know, but if Will gets here, we might find out.
Does Zafis have anything that looks like it would fit in this?
Have her make an arcane check.
Say what?
Have her make an arcane check. Just her. By the way, I presume, you're going to want to get your stone back now that it's being slowly sinking into the sands.
Oh, of course.
Right. Yes.
Really?
That's about right. Yeah, she really doesn't... This really isn't her field. I mean, she really doesn't even know what's... She has more dimensional knowledge and transmutative. This is just a rock. So what do you guys want to do?
Want to blow this rock up and get inside it?
Ew.
Let's see.
I don't even know if you guys had the spells left for it.
Is there anything else on the stone that's glowing or moved or changed or altered?
Nope, it's just the 3 points of the triangle. I mean, you can tell that there's another indentation and another symbol by each of them, but that's about it.
Is there a missing indentation?
Nope, each one has one.
Alright. Is there a nature symbol anywhere on this?
No, it's... Well, only Yanit actually has the ability to comprehend anything on this, and even then it's shaky at best.
Can I help rifle through his pants for the thing?
Without Brand's explicit consent, I am hesitant to do anything with it.
Yeah, no is the right answer.
Correct.
All right, we're the consenting team.
Damn right you are.
Let's see. We could always camp for the night and pray to respective deities and things.
I could definitely use a rest for the night. I still have that level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all kind of dead.
It is around the afternoon, so I mean, it's an early night's rest. But hey, for the first time in a while, you have buildings.
Don't I need a day to recover from exhaustion?
You lose 1 level for every long rest.
Yeah, you would be fine essentially.
I'm sorry, I lose. Oh, well, level for. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Took me a second. I was like, wait, they eat levels in this edition again? What the fuck? Negative levels, no.
Yeah, you're level 4.
I don't want to do that math. I don't fucking want to do that math. I'll find
Josh,
other ways
please.
to punish you.
Hey, you know what D&D needs? More math.
Just spank me, daddy.
We could have if we needed like a TI-80 graphing calculator while we did this, that'd make it even better.
Get out.
I mean, you fly. I basically have to discern the hyperbole for you.
That was awesome to see the quick math.
All right.
Hey, I've got a TI-86 calculator right in front of me.
I actually got one. I got one somewhere in this house. I despise those people.
Wait, why do you have that calculator?
Well, I had it for school.
Because it was a $100 calculator you had to buy for school.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have 3 of those fuckers around here somewhere.
Yeah, they made me buy a new one every year.
What's the matter with you people?
We live in the South.
Yeah, you basically
I
need
do
one
too
new
now.
for every class.
We live in a place that celebrates a war we lost.
I would have been telling them to go fuck themselves, mightily.
Yeah, well, that's an instant fail in the grade, so...
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll take a failure. I don't have $100.
Like, even if you...
I'm pretty sure it's public schools.
They checked me to make sure we had the right calculator.
Are you,
Like, the other calculators used a different kind of math.
Are you fist fucking me?
Nope, they had to make sure you had one that was not too advanced, or else you could use it to cheat.
Oh, that... Wait, what? The
Yeah,
purpose of using a calculator is to cheat.
Graphing.
That's the whole point of a calculator, is to fucking cheat.
Yeah, no. It's, no, you can't use a graphing calculator. You might cheat
It's
when
just-
you're doing the graphing equations.
That's probably the most retarded thing I've heard. I've heard a lot of retarded things.
No, hey, trust me, if you want to hear, like, really retarded things, go listen to a TV preacher.
No, I don't need to hear retarded.
Alrighty then.
Like, what's the Doomsday Prepper guy?
Okay,
Oh, I don't know,
okay,
there's a lot
okay,
of
okay, okay, okay.
Now then, yeah, so we're gonna set up camp for the night. Can I take... Do we have anything here that I can use? Do we have, like, a backup door that we could put in place?
I mean,
Like, or,
No?
you know, like a big piece of wood or something there? Like some plywood off of something?
I mean,
Wait,
there-
no, weren't there guys like hiding under something?
well, yeah,
when,
no. Most of
Airbox
these,
is flying?
most of these are just ramshackle buildings.
I tear one of the roofs off the buildings.
Well, I was going to say there's building supplies here. You can probably just brace up a couple logs.
No, I tear the roof off one of the buildings and I brace it up against the.
All
I
right.
like this roof tearing plan.
I mean, it takes you nothing to do it, but then it also takes you nothing to completely obliterate it.
That's right. Fucking man mode this shit.
Hooray! You now have a pile of broken timber.
No. I specifically want to tear it off.
Yes.
And then
Most of these buildings are made out of wood screws.
okay.
Oh
Well,
god, it's an IKEA fortress.
Yes, yes, that's actually a good way of looking at it. If this place was actually built up to code, Chuck wouldn't have been able to get through so quickly, even if it was on fire.
I rolled like a 25. That wasn't quick. There's nothing quick about 25.
Yeah, it was just 3 fucking logs on a hinge.
I'm just saying, Chuck Manley's 25 is to be respected. Goddammit.
Alright, so, we'll take the building supplies and build a ramshackle door to, you know, make us feel better.
I mean, it doesn't take much to just put some stuff over it, and I presume you'd let the horses and cart in.
Oh, most definitely.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot those were a thing.
Yeah, you bought them.
I rode one into battle.
I still don't remember them.
It's the only
I
reason you
was
got here in
busy
8
trying not to
days.
die. I was busy trying not to die.
Yeah, so, we set up a nice little camp, have a nice little meal,
I mean-
and,
Well, let's get to that. Because you guys have traveled over a day and a half inwards to the Ihir Desert. After this night, you guys don't really have enough food and water to continue. No, I take it back. Most of you should still have rations, because so long as you're in a forest, Bran can feed you. But water is scarce out here.
there should be a well in here.
I mean, you can look
I
for
mean, they
one.
were obviously drinking something. Yeah,
That's absolutely true.
We set up a water catching device. I keep freezing the inside of it, and it turns into water. So I got water.
yo, that's some 35 bullshit right there. That's what that is.
Is that like using that's like using a Pokemon in the desert.
Basically. Josh is now our Pokemon. Confirmed.
You shall be our HM slave.
I'm actually thinking of the logistics of this, and I come to the same end. If it was humid enough, that would absolutely work. But as it's not, then it's just cold energy. Granted, it's a lot more than the blistering heat you had before, but it wouldn't produce enough water to be viable.
I'm gonna check their storerooms.
There you go. Breaking into the one building that has a chicken coop on it, which you now know to be a pigeon coop, you do find organics? They have several sort of barrels that aren't full of salt, but they're full of some sort of, like, coarse sand. Like imagine dehydrating salt water, or seawater. It's like the remnants of that. And there is meat packed into it. Looks like it could survive a while. As for water, there are barrels of very murky looking water.
Is it water or ale?
Do you test it?
Yes.
Yeah, Chuck Manley takes
Wait,
a swig.
hold on a second. Wait, does it look like piss?
No, it does not.
All right.
Smell-
I'll smell it and then drink it.
Yeah, give it
Okay.
a smell.
Preferably knowing what it smells like before I drink it.
Okay, taking a big whiff, and you immediately know what this should be. Pond scum.
What?
It looks as though they just grabbed whatever water they could find, and they've just been subsiding on it.
Get the boiler ready.
Basically.
I mean, okay.
In between boiling the water and Yannick's prestidigitation, you can get a couple of decent amounts of water, at least a barrel or two.
Wait, isn't prestidigitation a cantrip?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you said barrels. Okay, I thought you were about to say cups or some shit. And I was about
No,
to go off
no,
on
no,
you.
no, no. You can get more, but there's a good chunk of it that's either slime or just too murky for even prestidigitation to work its way through.
I got you. I was about to go off on that ass.
Yeah. No, no, no. You get a decent amount of water, but even then, it's not a lot. Like, you basically have a couple days worth between the 5 of you and the horses.
Alright.
I mean, a couple barrels is a lot of water.
Yes, you have 2 horses.
You said that was there was a pigeon coop upstairs, right?
Well, it's downstairs. It's what you saw from the air.
Are there any notes on any of the pigeons?
No, but there is a raven with a note that says winter has come.
You do not see any...
It's Sansor's birthday.
You don't see any notes, possibly because bugbears aren't really terribly intelligent enough to write out words, but you do see, like, small stones that have etchings in them. And you speak Goblin, which means you actually know what these mean.
What's it mean?
There's essentially 4 piles of them. One means more, one means less, one means danger, and one means safe.
Does it look like anything's being sent?
It's haphazardly put together. I mean, counting the piles, they're all different numbers. Though the pigeon coop is empty.
Well, that doesn't bode well for us.
The pigeon coop has no birds in it?
Correct. The door is just open.
They let all the birds go. We should be posting a guard, and we don't have anyone with a bow. That's not a good thing.
I could try to
No,
call the
no,
birds.
no. Bran has a bow.
Brandon's also not here.
Yes, but I'm more than happy to have him go on guard duty as a robot.
Yes. Yes,
I do have a crossbow.
I believe there's also a crossbow in your bag of holding. That are some javelins.
Well, I'm fuck all at using those things, so have at it, boys.
Alright, so,
You're more proficient throwing random furniture, I just realized.
Yeah, I am. Oh, you know what? Chuck will take the first watch up on the... there's like a wall, right?
No, this whole thing is wall.
Okay, so it's like a rampart, and I can get up there, and I can,
Yes.
like... Okay. Yeah, I'll take a bunch of, 2x4s up there with me. And,
Just start
I'll
whittling them.
No, I'm just gonna use them as javelins as is. They're improvised weaponry. That's all pugilist weapons.
Alright, I mean... Yeah, no, that actually fucking works. Yeah, you can make your rounds, and Bran can make up the second shift since he only needs 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I walk around like the Rock from that movie, with a 2x4 over my shoulder.
Walking tall.
Yeah, that one. Thank you.
Oh, that was good too.
I never saw that one.
It's not his worst film. It's all right.
All right, make a perception check.
Me? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Check Theodore mainly the third. I am great at this. Let's go. Yeah, double digits. Let's go.
All right. Bran's going to take the second shift. Okay. Well, between the two of you, you don't seem to notice much. Bran in particular, so he swears he sees something over on the distance, but he sort of rides it off after a closer examination. But between that, it's an uneventful night.
Yeah, babe.
Oh boy. Alright, so it's the next day and there's bloody two of you.
Alright.
By the way, both of you should be at 8 rations at this point. Because I'm pretty sure the Explorer's Pack gives you 10.
Do I have an explorers or dungeoneers?
Either way, it comes with rations.
Yeah.
It's like, unless you
Yeah.
took the Scholar's Pack, you have food. So yeah. So you guys are alright for the time being.
Yeah, when I run out of rations, it's always a bird. So.
I'm going to pretend that didn't happen.
Well, nothing happened yet.
Also, I'm like 80 pounds. You would be like, oh god, I can try to eat this, but it's like rubber bands.
I'm bigger than the Rock. He eats like 14,000 calories to keep up the size. I think I can eat you.
Yeah, but it would be like eating a pillowcase that someone stuffed a couple of slivers of bacon in.
Or trying to eat a quail like a turkey.
Hungry.
Or pheasant legs.
Alright. Well, the new day the new day comes, and once again it is a blistering hot sun. Once again, just beating down upon you.
I erect a tarp over the thing so that we can stay cool while studying it.
Alright, it's not complicated enough to just rip up some like old cloth and a flag and just stick them up onto poles. Especially with Chuck going all fucking Bob the Builder on this place.
Let's see. Has anything changed with the stone?
Nope, it is as same as it was before. Actually, both of you make a perception check real quick.
I'm so good at the.
It's early in the morning.
I got sand in my eye.
I mean, the sand looks a little more level around the stone. You know,
Is there anything around the sides of this stone?
nope, not really. I mean, actually, looking at it, there is nothing around it, but that's not what's strange. What's strange is that it's perfectly, like, even. There's no chips, no cracks, no nothing. For something that's supposedly thousands of years old, it looks like it was possibly made last week.
Can I put a ball bearing in the center of it?
I'm sure.
I want to see if it's level.
Alright.
Sorry
Doing
about
that,
that. Minor emergency.
doing that, you can discern that it's actually pretty level. Minus all like little sand granules everywhere. Interesting. Alright. Anything else you guys want to try?
I can try throwing a fireball at it.
What are we trying to do?
Oh, we're back on the stones. Next day.
Okay.
Yep. You saw
We didn't
nothing.
notice anything, right?
Correct. You saw nothing.
Good. So there is no danger present whatsoever.
Not at all. Totally
That
safe.
is-
It stays fine.
Right.
Oh, actually, hold on. Thank you for reminding me. Make a perception check.
Oh god damn it.
Me?
Nope, just him. Fuck, you actually do notice.
Yeah.
The big guy? He's deeper in the sand than he was yesterday.
I'm sorry. He's deeper in the sand than he was yesterday.
Where he was just kind of flat on his back, now he's like, not partially buried, but like somebody started digging a trench underneath him and just put him on top of it.
Same.
I walk over there and I move him.
Alright. Make an athletics check.
As I make a deck save.
No, it's an athletics check.
Let's see. Whew.
I would have laughed if that was the one. Alright,
Shut your mouth.
you grab him by the arm and you start pulling him, and there's resistance. But it's when you like fully lift him up and turn him over that you notice that there are roots growing out of his back.
I'm sorry. There are roots growing out of his back.
Yeah, like this sickly green and black roots that seem to almost be oily to the touch.
So that's a thing.
Anybody got a shovel?
Do I
Chuck
or
brings this
any of
to
us
everyone's
know what
attention.
that is?
Okay,
Chuck immediately brings that to everyone's attention.
I figured. Like the
He's
roots
like,
are
hey
about
guys,
a
look
good,
what I found.
the roots are about a foot or about a foot long.
Jesus.
I like fall asleep last night and there was just a random full moon.
Nope.
I don't recall.
Brian and Chuck did notice that there was no full moon.
Oh. Good. I'm glad he's cognizant of something at least.
You're human. You wouldn't be able to see anything if there wasn't a moon.
It's true.
Does anybody have a shovel?
I have a knife.
I would not just have a random shovel, I don't think.
I mean, you have planks of wood. They function as a shovel for you.
Oh, that's
no,
true.
No, I grabbed the bird. I used his beak as a shovel.
Yes, honey. Oh, okay. Sorry, my daughter
So
and
what
I
are you doing?
passing notes under the door. I guess I just start digging with a 2x4.
I mean, digging where?
Under where the dude was, I guess.
Alright. You just start shoveling dirt out of it, and... You
I
don't
mean, those
really-
roots gotta lead somewhere.
No, the roots are coming from him.
Oh, fucking gross.
Yeah, they were growing out of him.
Oh, I tear him open.
What? Wait, what? You just rip open a corpse?
Could we at least, can I watch?
Yes, you may.
And it throws up his breakfast.
I munch on the little ration as I watch this.
I mean, are you just gonna Mortal Kombat this bitch? You actually gonna cut up a knife? You gonna try not get
Yeah,
blood
no,
on
I'm
you?
just gonna, I'm gonna tear him open with my bare hands.
Alright. Fuck it, I'm just gonna give this one to you because he's dead.
Yeah, it's not like
You-
he's providing resistance.
Well, he's not the one. You just... Using the 2x4, you just crack his sternum and just
Yeah.
pry it open like a lobster.
Right. That's what I'm going for.
And inside, you see organs. You see blood. But the thing that you notice is the color. Everything in its interior is either a sickly green or an almost midnight black or an onyx black.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my right-time gal.
Oh, this is why I didn't become a doctor.
Yeah. Oh, the smell is awful. It is pretty disgusting. And once again, this guy's been dead for a day, but everything in him is still oily.
Still fresh and not goopy.
Yeah, this is not what a body should look like.
Oh God, he's a mold man.
Are there crackers in the rations?
Ginger ale. Actually, crackers would be in rations, by the way.
Yeah, there's like some ship biscuits.
Yeah, there's some cram.
It's
Ugh. Yeah, no.
Attack.
Yeah, this guy's weird. Like, Chuck, you would have beaten the shit out of a bugbear at some point. They ain't supposed to look like this.
okay. So, I'm gonna
Are
go.
they all doing that?
That's a good question. Are they all doing that?
Do you check?
Yes.
All right, you find the one wearing the bowler hat, and you lift him, and again you find resistance. Flipping him over, you again find more roots.
Wow. Okay.
Do we want to put these guys out of the dirt?
I crack him open too.
And again, you find the relatively same results. Although this guy you were able to get into a lot faster, being a smaller frame. You do notice his heart
Is not there, or
is not
in
there.
what is there?
Instead, you find this. The only way to describe it is it's like a seed. It's like a gigantic sort of
I pull it out. Of
like
him.
a pomegranate seed.
I pull it out of him.
All right, strength check.
Uh,
He does not want this to happen.
Strength or athletics?
And athletics.
Alright. I guess it doesn't matter.
You
Can I just take
brace
10
your
or more?
foot onto the top of his chest, and you begin to pull on it.
Uh-huh.
And you do remove it from the body, but it's still attached to part of its rib cage and a couple other organs. Though with it in your hand, you can feel it moving.
Like, to take my body, or just
No,
it's just
think
wiggling around?
like holding on to think like touching a pregnant woman's stomach. You
This is
can
like a
feel that
fucking
there's
vampire.
something there.
Okay.
Who wants to try and dissect this thing? I
know,
raise a
I
knife.
saw it. Yeah, no, you go right ahead.
Daddy, it's time to eat.
Okay, thank you.
So what are you guys gonna try and do?
Well, first, I'd like to examine it a little closer.
Examine what exactly?
The pulsing heart seed.
All right. I mean, I presume Chuck wouldn't hold it from you, but yeah, it.
No. Chuck hands it to him.
Well, first I wrap my hand in the cloth and then take it.
Yeah, it doesn't help. The oil still passes through onto your hands.
No.
Like this thing is. The way to describe it is perpetually moist.
Oh God.
That's gross.
Yeah, and it's all over your hands, Chuck.
That's fine.
All right. So, do I recognize this at all, based on anything I've seen?
Make a nature check. Unit, did you want to get on this as well, or?
Oh no, I'm staying on the rock. This is freaking me out.
Alright. Armax? This looks plant-ish. That's about it.
I walk over to the stone slab and I start cutting it open.
Alright. You begin to, like, taking the already very broken, very chipped knife, you begin to sort of cut into it, and it takes a lot of effort. You have to actually saw into it with some of the broken edges of the blade. cutting into it, it looks like the innards of a seed. Just all this sort of dark, thick, porous material with just fluid coming in and out of it.
Does Zafis have any recollection of this thing at all?
She's over with Ynit just trying to nope this away. No.
So basically, I'm like, anyone else want to see this? No.
Chuck's
Pretty much.
unfazed. You're curious. Everyone else is sick.
We should probably put these bodies in places that plants don't grow well.
We're in the middle of a desert. You think that would be here?
That's 100% valid.
I was gonna say, how about we put them out of the ground? Like, how about we put them on like a platform, give them an air burial.
No. What I could do is I could line the walls with their corpses, like the palisades, right? And then it's twofold, right? We have a deterrent, and and a warning, and it serves the purpose of not letting these things grow into the ground.
I like it.
Okay.
I crucify all of them.
All right, you spend the better part of the next 2 hours just getting rope and begin to just swinging these guys over the edges of the walls. It's not a proper crucifixion, but then these aren't proper walls either, so fuck it.
Look, just so long as it's gruesome and menacing, that's all I'm looking for here.
I mean, it is, because since you have to pull each of them out, so again, where you put them onto the walls, there's this sort of green oil leaking out of them.
Cute.
It looks like very bad Halloween decorations. But yeah, you get all these fuckers on the outsides of the wall.
Sweet. That was my game plan. What's everyone else doing? Anybody else doing something useful?
Well, while you're doing that, everyone else can do what they need to.
I'm gonna, screw it. I'm just gonna pray to a deity.
Just there must be a god after what I've witnessed.
Where do you do it?
Just pray to a deity. Just any kind of sign to better point me to how to open this.
I'm gonna go eat before my girlfriend loses her shit. I'll be back in a bit. Josh, you've got command of Chuck. You know what he does.
Yep.
I
So
kind of just want to take a recess if it's just 2 of you.
Sure. And as we're doing a recess, I want to spend like painstaking amount of times looking every single inch of this stone.
All right, that's very easy. Armax, do you have anything to do during this?
What's going on?
I'm gonna take just a quick 10-minute while we wait for Brant or Will to show up, because like with 2 of you, it's just like.
Yeah, I'd like to meditate and try and get in touch with the divine beings of chaos.
All right, good to know. Let's get back here about 10 minutes. All right.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Right. What do you two want to do now?
What?
What do you two want to do now?
I said that, well, I wanted to, get in touch with the spirits of chaos to see if they can find an answer.
And you receive nothing.
They always do this. Who would have thought that the spirits of chaos would be so unpredictable?
Basically. And you basically find what you already know. I mean, there really
What? There's
isn't-
no instruction booklet on this thing?
Nope, it's still just the 3 insignias.
Now, you said that symbol was breathing.
No, the seed was almost like it was breathing. The rune act was acting like it was breathing, but that was just the language of it. It's an old magic that you're just kind of unfamiliar with. Hell, you net studied it, and you're still unfamiliar with it.
I want to start a thumb war.
I bring a talent thumb.
He brings a bigger thumb.
Let's see. Is there anywhere on the rune to put on the slab to put something?
Yeah, there's 3 indentations next to each of the insignias.
And what do the indentations look like?
They're just little concave? Convex? I get those two confused. It's a divot.
It's a little divot. About how big?
About 6 inches in diameter.
6 inches in diameter. Is it just a round circle?
Yeah.
And is it just above or just below, or like clockwise? Where would it be?
Each of the ends of the triangle itself point to one of the little dragon symbols. Next,
Alright.
beneath all of them, or I should say, yeah, beneath all of them, there is a small divot where you can put something. And in the inner part of it, where the 2 lines would be, in between them is a rune.
All right, so it goes symbol, and then right below it is divot, rune, divot. On each of the triangle points.
Yes.
And each rune is different, right?
Well, you've only been able to see the one, but you can see where others could be. It seems to be only when the magic is pressed into it that it actually is legible.
Can that thing go into different holes?
You haven't tried?
All right, I'd like to try and put it into different holes on the triangle,
Alright, which one?
clockwise. So bottom, is it on the bottom right or the bottom left?
That would be the bottom one.
Ah, it's an upside down triangle.
Yes.
It's a reverse Illuminati. Yeah, we'll try the bottom of the Illuminati for Earth.
Alright. You place it into that divot.
And
Where are you right now when this is going on?
Standing behind him.
Alright. Both of you just see the little stone shake and then just flip out of the hole onto the sand.
I put it back in the hole.
It once again vibrates like a Mexican jumping bean that just jumps off out of the stone.
All right, so the good news is that's the wrong spot. I tried the other spot.
Instead of shaking, it spins. Until it gets enough force that it just launches itself out in a completely different direction.
Make a game out of this thing. That's impressive. All right, so you said it spins and then flies out?
Yep. It essentially uses its spin to gain enough force in the ball to then just launch itself.
Like a Beyblade.
Yes.
Is there anywhere else to put this thing other than the original spot?
There is not.
Alright, put it on the original spot.
Alright, you place it onto its original divot, and again, the rune inside the triangle lights up, and the little symbol starts to glow colors. And the cat's eye gem opens its eye again.
Is there anything special about the cat's eye?
Looking at it, it looks like a cat's eye. It's not Sauron-esque, but it's close. It literally does look like an eye of something sort of looking.
Does it appear to be perceiving things?
Not really. It seems to be sort of stationary.
Does the symbol in the center coincide with any of the other symbols?
Well, yeah, all three of them are sort of a different depiction of a dragon.
And which depiction of the dragon is this one?
The dragon here is sort of your prototypical dragon, looking off to the left to its counterpart. It has sort of very sharp edges to the ends of its wings, and its talons are extended to the left as well, and they look as if they are sort of grabbing at something. You get the impression that it is, like, attacking. Oh, and Unit chimes up. Will chimes up, and he explains to you what those things were. I'll just save you the reading for this. Those are seedlings. The specific armies of Abgor. Grown armies, not recruited, not born. And they have a tendency to replant themselves after death and come back. Looking at all the haphazard armor weapons they're wearing, you get the impression that these were probably armored at some point, died, and then just made do with what they had.
Alright, get all the bodies, burn them.
Yep. This also explains why that last one was just a gibbering idiot. It was trying to run away. So you're gonna cut down all of Chuck's work and burn them?
Yeah, no, we make a nice big pile.
Alright. Using the leftover as lumber, you can just... between you and Unit, it takes nothing to just pick them up, put them onto the pile, and just set it ablaze. And it does blue a surprisingly teal color. And it still smells like rotted vegetables. No, not that bad. Just like you opened up a jar that wasn't sealed correctly during the spring, just like, ugh.
Compost.
Yeah, like, it doesn't smell like flesh. And after you hear a few popping sounds coming in from underneath it, it's just a fire.
Can you guys think of any other thing that we could possibly do to this thing?
Well, I can only think that Will's shiny thing might fit in another divot, but we need him here.
Could I try to steal Will's?
Stealing from the party is a specifically evil act.
Well, I was going to say, only Yanit has an inkling that something exists. And you don't even know what it is.
Because, you know, someone I'd be willing to steal from someone. Just an inner magpie. It was shiny.
Yeah, but I only saw it when I met him. I haven't seen it since. He hides it.
You haven't even seen it.
I saw something.
That is a correct way of saying that. Yes.
Do we have anything else that can fit in there? Doesn't have a cantaloupe diamond-shaped thing.
Yes. Shove that cantaloupe-sized blue diamond into all of the divots.
Which
I sarcastically poke the diamond into one of the divots.
Which one?
Is there one that... you know what? The diamond-shaped one at the bottom.
Okay.
So that the point is touching the point.
I mean, okay. You put the diamond into the divot, and it begins to melt.
What did you do, Bert?
It pours into the divot, and then wafts over the dragon symbol, and then fills into the small grooves that connect all the other triangles. After only a few seconds, the entirety of the diamond has been sort of gelatinized, but it's hardened into the edges of the triangle permanently, meeting a halfway point between the other two.
What's this about a diamond?
Armax figured out a part of the puzzle.
He melted our cantaloupe-sized diamond.
Yeah, that was 4.5 grand.
What the fuck?
I take Unit and strangle him.
You owe me so much gold.
Wait,
You
I did
provoked
that?
me. You made me do this.
Did I do these things?
Nope.
All right. So just to make sure I have this happen, it's now more like doing shit now. What happened?
There's a groove that connects all three of the points of the triangle, and it is merged into the halfway points between the two that point to it. Essentially, one's going halfway towards the one where Unit's rune is, and half of it's going towards the other one. You get the impression that if each one also had whatever it was supposed to do, they would all meet.
Give me another gem.
Do we have another gem to give him?
You have a bag of emeralds you've never sold.
I take an emerald and I poke it in the other hole.
Kickity.
It does nothing.
Maybe it's like a battery. I flip it around the other way.
Still does nothing.
I keep the bag.
Hey,
You guys gave it to him. He has it.
wait. It's a bag of holding?
No, he has the bag of gems you got from Dr. Ogre.
I thought that was in the bag of holding.
No, you gave it to him. I specifically asked you the
just
day
gave me the bag of
afterwards.
gems.
I literally asked you the next session, what are you going to do with it? And you said, I gave it to the bird.
Oh, we did that? Okay.
Yep,
was
you just
actually-
gave me a bag of gems.
That was before you got the bag of holding, I will stay.
Okay. I don't remember even getting a bag of holding. Whatever.
Okay, so is that 2 out of 3 holes filled or what?
No, the hole's not filled. The lines in between the triangle is.
I'll fill your hole.
So
That's right, we're getting
do
naughty.
we have an inkling at what could possibly go in here?
Not, I mean, only what you can perceive. Also, by the way, this down here has been filled in, basically. It was a horrible idea.
Say what?
Basically, these lines have been filled in with the remnants of the crystal.
I made a diagram. The white lines are where it's filled in.
No, yeah. Because I have GM overlays. That's why I can't see it. Yeah, I currently have the dead asshole on top of it.
Let's see. I guess there's nothing we can do here.
I think we need the other stone. Or shiny thing. But we can't meta it, so...
Yeah. How about this? Any of those pigeons left?
No, it was specifically empty.
Damn, I was gonna see if we could send a pigeon. Um, we might wanna actually head back and get a garrison.
Pardonnez-moi?
We know that what's his name really, really wants this thing.
Oh,
And
these are literally his forces, yes.
and big evil guys usually don't guard rocks in the middle of nowhere for no reason. So this is something that he really wants, so maybe we should want it as such. Maybe put some soldiers around it. Maybe get the local guys interested in it, so that we can come back here and not have to fight another army.
If you guys look at the map in the handout, you do notice that this is also something else. This is the end of the main roads that lead into the Ahir Desert. Essentially, they built a path up to this until the Alabaster ruins, and then they just sort of stopped.
So this is what they were going to.
No. Civilization made a road here. You, good people. Portcullis did.
Yeah, so Portcullis made a road to this.
Yes.
Exactly.
And between several of you going to the Quartz Lyceum, you know that they tried to examine it, and they found it to be fruitless.
Yes, they found it to be fruitless, but he didn't.
So what do you guys want to do?
I mean, we could always just lie.
That is an option.
Who are we lying to?
Even I don't know.
Dude, sorry, I totally blanked there. What?
Like, what I'm saying is maybe we should head back and try to convince the guys to send out a garrison or someone to, actually man this place. While we try and figure out where the rest of the gems are.
I mean, do we know of any way to do that? Can we have the Knights of the Amarant Court do that?
I mean, I'm sure they've got, like, some people they can send out here.
I mean, you could always try and ask. I mean, you guys aren't exactly, the private guard, but people
Like, we're
tend
not
to
asking-
listen.
I mean, it's not like it's not like we're asking for good people. But I'm sure that they can spare, like, some people to, shore up the place and take hold of it. I mean, if anything, just knowing, yeah, the big bad really wanted this thing, maybe there's something here. I mean, it's either that or we start asking the thing open sesame.
Alright, we can try. Yeah, we'll ask. But what happens when I take my stone out now that we put that blue diamond in?
It stays there.
Damn it!
Yeah. I mean, he put the diamond into a different slot than yours, I should say.
Hey, put yours in the one that has the diamond dividend and see what happens.
Sure. Does it go like whack-a-mole?
It does what it did before. It shakes and then rolls out. And you swear you heard a cracking sound. Not stone, glass.
Huh?
Wait, what?
You swear you heard a cracking sound like glass or ice.
That's weird.
I mean, we can try again, see if we hear it again.
I try to put it in there again. There's
Right.
sound again.
Yet again, it shakes, rattles, and rolls out, and you do see the crack as part of the gem inlay has a huge gash into it now.
I,
Does the stone appear to have any damage from the gashing?
Nope.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. Let's head back into town. Let's get my flask.
Beaker.
And let's convince it. Hold on a second. Try, at the very least, let's copy every inch of this thing.
I could just hit it a bunch until it opens. That's how these things work, right?
Yeah, that's how ancient runes work. That's how Howard Carter did it.
wait, did the rune in the center didn't change at all?
No, the runes are by each of the markings.
Oh, I thought it was. You said it was in the center.
It's in the triangles, but it's at the points on the inside. It's symbol, divot, and then the rune is inside of it. Yeah, there's a rune. Okay, my apologies. There's a rune for each divot and each symbol. There's not just one divot. There's not just one symbol. There's not just one rune.
So when my stone's in there, that divot has a corresponding rune.
Yes.
Okay.
Malice and life.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So head back into town.
All right.
Do you want to keep going?
There's not really much you guys can do with just two of you.
Let me check one thing real quick.
Hey.
Be right back.
Don't force her if she doesn't have the strength for it. Right. All right. Well,
Yeah, no, don't ask her. I mean, she's sick.
It takes
No,
you,
this is something else.
well, it does take you another 8 days to get back.
Yeah, so how about we, I guess we can always just lay the groundwork.
And that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
You guys enter in, and it does seem like the occupation has ended.
Thank God. First things first, let's return the horse.
But it's my friend.
Yeah, well, you know what? Your friend just went through the desert and nearly died. Horses don't love people. Horses can't love.
All right. Well, this will be a good endpoint. You go back to the stable that you originally got the horse and wagon from, and you find a for sale sign.
Haha, he took your flask.
I don't really know what to say. You gave him some. Yet there's no one here.
Where did he go?
There really is no medieval equivalent of a forwarding address.
There's a for sale sign.
I was doing the comical for sale sign. It is actually for sale. Like, there's terms of notice about it being an open plot.
Yes, so, and he owned the plot.
You thought a podunk stableman owned the plot he was working on.
Yes.
This ain't that rich of a city, brother.
Mm-hmm.
The ownership of the plot goes back to the castle.
Yes, I know. I ask around.
If I could make a perception check or persuasion check.
Perception or persuasion?
Persuasion, because you're talking to people. You're just so flustered you can't think of the right words.
Next time you should take a bath first. You're still covered in gore.
Oh, it's been 8 days. If you guys haven't cleaned that off already, you all stank.
He does.
I presume you take a bird bath.
Womp womp.
Alright, yeah, we might as well just call it for the night.
Yeah, we'll call it for the night. Well, actually, no, wait. I want to do one more thing.
Alright, make it quick.
I want to light the building on fire.
Wow.
Are you actually?
Yes.
We'll
In
pick
broad
up-
daylight.
We'll pick up next week where we have to break the bird out of prison.
No. I'm calling it right here. And I'm gonna come back in a week and see if you're still serious.
All right.
Oh, yeah.